This man furnished me and helped me start the business by loaning me a set to start the business. And through his kindness and through his givingness, and there was times I was low. There was even some points where petrol was a problem. It was like one of those stories. This man, he backed me. He said, "Mark, I back a worker. I want to see you work. And he kept believing in me. And from him believing in me, within a very short period of time, I started selling. And as I started selling, I started making money. I started building a team. I then got my own office in a very short period of time. And the rest is history. And now I'm the Senior Vice President of Europe, the Middle East and Africa. I tell you that not to brag and say that. I'm saying it doesn't matter where you start. But make sure that you always reach out to someone and speak life to someone. You might not realize the impact you're having. Tell somebody else that they can do it. If you're in a position, support somebody else and bless somebody else. Because this man told me I can do it. He blessed me and supported me when I didn't have the finances. And I too have him in my testimony. Otherwise, I would not be standing in the position I am right now. I want you all to be upstanding for the global president of Salad Master, Mr. Ayo Olasende!
Well, thank you, Mark. Thank you for your kind words, and thank you, everyone, for your blessings. Look, I believe we are blessed to bless others. Yes or no? So, and for some reason, somehow, you arrived here today. You arrived in Salad Master. Was that a mistake, or was that on purpose? You see, it's about how you see things. You know, Shadrach was telling about how they saw Salad Master and they said no. Then they saw it a few years later and they said no. And that happens. So we've heard so many testimonials today. What a great testimony we've had, isn't it? I mean, we've had some great speakers. Let's just give them a round of applause. But if you are not moved by the speakers today, we need to take you to a psychiatrist. Something is wrong with you. I mean, something's like missing. I've got to, because I don't know about you, I'm thinking like, I need to go get my napkin and go out cooking again. And because I was talking to somebody earlier on, and I said, this business, what happens, most people get it wrong, because all they see is cookware. And they think they're selling pots and pans. And they don't understand, we are in the wellness business. We're one of the biggest industries in the world. And we are the only ones that in this sector, the people that do potions and pills and all sorts of things, but we are in the prevention business. I was speaking at the Health Summit in Geneva, and there was all these pharmaceutical companies from everywhere. And these pharmaceutical companies, everything was about cure. Nothing was about prevention. We were the only ones there about prevention. Now, we don't make any health claims, but I'm just telling you that what we do is very special. And you just have to make that decision. So we're the critical point. There's no point talking too much there, but I want to ask you this question. You're at a critical point where you have to make a decision that when you walk out of those doors, what is it? Are you going to give it everything you've got? Or is this just going to be another event? You're going to come and say, hey, it was good, I enjoyed the food, you know, I had a laugh, and then off you go. There was a pastor who was giving a presentation in church, and this drunken man had walked into the church and was sat at the back. And the pastor saw this drunken man and he says, so he started preaching about how bad alcohol is. So he got a glass of water and he put a worm in it and the worm was swimming around. Then he got a glass of whiskey and he took the worm and he put the worm in the whiskey and the worm just shriveled and died. And he said, you see how bad alcohol is for you. And he thought, I've given a great sermon, I'm going to sort that drunken man out. So the drunken man put his hand up. He says, Pastor, he says, can I ask you a question? And the pastor was very proud because he thought he had converted this drunken man. And the drunken man says to the pastor, he said, so what you are telling me is that if I drink whiskey, I'll have no worms in my stomach. And I tell you that story because it's funny, because every time you hear a message, there are two ways you can take it, the right way or the wrong way. You can take today's message the right way and you can make a decision to commit to Salamasa and give it everything you've got, or you can take it the wrong way and just say it was nice and go back to what you were doing. We can't make that decision for you. You have to make that decision. But I challenge you, this is not something you need to think about anymore and wait till you get home. You need to make that decision now, today. There's a video I'm going to play you there, and it's about the Olympics in the year 2000, the British rowing team. So the way the British rowing team chose their competitors was the best rower went in the one-man rowing boat. The next was the 2 men, then the 4, and then there was the 8. But the 8 was what was left over. It wasn't the best. So when they made the selection for the 2000 Olympics in Australia, they had made the decision that the worst people were going into the 8-man team. So guess what happened? They knew they were not expected to win. So they were deflated. They were just going to go to the Olympics and not win anything. They already knew before they were going. So after a few days of feeling deflated, they decided, you know what? We're going to go and win. We are going to go to win. So they started talking to each other. How are we going to win? Nobody thinks we can win. Our coach doesn't believe in us. Our country doesn't believe in us. We cannot win, but we're going to win. You see, all success starts with that simple decision that I'm going to win. That's what Dr. Roseanne was talking about. Make the decision that I'm going to become a winner. You see, you were born to win. You were not born to lose. You were born to win. So they made the decision, and guess what? They came up with a slogan. And the slogan is, will it make the boat go faster? So every time they would look at what they were going to do, they go, is this going to make my boat go faster? If it's not, why am I doing it? And as they came up with that thing, they began to eliminate things. And I'm sharing this with you because if you want to be successful, you got to make sure that what you're doing all the time is going to make your boat go faster. Some of you have got jobs, but those jobs are not going to make your boat go faster. That's why you're doing Salamaster part-time. But you keep rowing that boat and you don't row the Salamaster boat. Does that make sense? So will it make your boat go faster? So we're going to play the video, and if you listen to the commentary from the British team, you can tell that they don't even believe they're going to win. But these guys train, and the way they train in the gym that they're going to give it everything they've got. They rowed till they passed out. That was the training. Because the strategy was you give it the first 500 meters everything, then you pace yourself for the next 1,000 meters, and then you give it everything at the end. They went, if we're going to win this, we are going up against some of the best people in the world. We have to go flat out 2,000 meters. And you will listen to this and you'll see the commentator saying, well, they're doing a good job, but they've got no chance. And then they change at the end. Let's play the video, just listen to this.
Well, hold on to your seats. It's the Olympic final, the men's eights. Pulses are racing. Great Britain, lane 2.
United States of America. Romania. Attention.
Green lights, full lane order, Italy at the top in 1, Great Britain 2, Australia 3, Croatia in 4, USA in the black boat, second black boat closest to us in 5, Romania in lane number 6. And this 49 strokes per minute now, the Romanians have really pushed off. USA up on 50, Romania closest to us, and all eyes, well, there are 4 boats then that could walk away with the gold.
Well, the reigning world champions for the last 3 years, United States, they've had a sharp change to their crew order. They've swapped their 6 and their stroke man over. I think they were a bit worried about Chris Arends, their great stroke. Moved him back to 6 and they put Jeff Lepacki into the stroke seat. But look at that. It's Great Britain who've moved ahead.
250 metres gone, and the British have really taken the bit between their teeth. They look like gold medalists in the repechage race. They're at 42 strokes per minute. There is such a bond between these guys. They really have risen to the occasion in this Olympic regatta, and particularly for this final. Looking though across the line, a phenomenal side, a noisy side, a fast side.
The British crew has such good technique. They really don't waste anything at the front end of the stroke. They pick it up there. That good technique, if they can maintain that and hold that good technique all the way through the race, it's going to pay dividends.
We're coming up and we're coming through 500 metres, and look at that. Australia are left down. Australia in the white boat there. They're left down on Great Britain. The black boat leading the field. Great Britain, Croatia and Italy. The British boat were beaten by Australia in the white boat there. They have turned ahead. The boys, come on boys now. Second 500. Yeah, Steve Trappmore sits closest to us. He's in the stroke seat now. He'll be pushing them on. And Croatia have taken it off. But Great Britain, oh gosh, they look strong. 1912, Stockholm. We have to go back to Stockholm in 1912 for the last Olympic gold medal.
This is great work from Croatia. Croatia, with a surprise crew, they suddenly appeared on the scene. They put all their best men in that 8, and they're the ones who are putting the pressure onto Great Britain right now. Look at that, Great Britain, half a length ahead.
Matthew, how's your pulse now? How's your pulse?
Oh, pretty high. I haven't started shouting at the screen yet. It's awesome the way they're taking it away from the Australians. I can't believe the lead we got over them, and at the moment it's looking like a two-boat race. I can't believe it's going to come down just to us and the Croatians. But brilliant so far, absolutely fantastic.
They've gone out very, very hard. They're still at 43, the British. That's really taking it on. Can they hold that right through this race?
Okay, so we're a half a length up by Great Britain in lane 2 there. The boys there. Let's go down the boat. Trappmore, Scarlett, West, Gruber, Lewis Atchell, Dennis, Hunts Davies and Lindsay. 1,000 metres remain. It's the Olympic final. It's the blue ribbon event, and Great Britain have taken this on. Now boys, let's push on. Let's leave these Croatians in lane 4. There's Hunt Davies, there's Dennis, there's Atchell, Gruber, Kieran West, boys in the stern, and Roddy Douglas pushing his boys on. They were so disappointed to get the silver medal in St. Catherine's last year. It's all about turning it around, and at the moment they are. Look at that, 3/4 length. Come on, let's go, let's go.
They've opened up a bit more. They've moved away from Croatia. This is fantastic stuff. 3/4 length in the lead with 750 metres to go.
Okay, Matt, let's hear. We want to hear you, Matthew. We want to hear you. Are you shouting? Are you shouting?
Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. They're going to, if they get any more than this, if they get more out to length, they're going to win this. At the moment, I'm not sure they can still win. They need more. I'd love them to get out to a length. I'm so impressed with the way they've got Australia, Italy, all those guys under the thumb. They need to keep themselves out of the charge of the line now. Keep themselves away from it. Just keep that distance, boys. Keep them away.
Matthew, they're opening it up further. They've got the 3/4 length now. Croatia not going to do it. They've got 500 to go. They are flying.
Here we are, we're looking at the Olympic champions as we come through the last mark here. I think we are Great Britain. We've got 500 metres remain. The boys are going well now. Come on, you've got the chasing back. Croatia are there, and the Australians are still left. They've been pushing, they've been increasing the rate. The Australians have not been able to respond. Croatia have just there. Oh, they're not, they haven't got it. Croatia, they're not going to do it. Great Britain, are we going to win the Olympic title in the men's thing? We haven't done it since 1912. We've got 350, 400 metres remaining. The boys are looking strong. Australia are coming, but I don't think Australia have got enough. There now, yes, Steve Trappmore, yeah, let's go. Let's push them on. They're on 40 straight per minute. The white bird of Australia is coming back. The Croatians are dying. The Australians are looking like the challengers. We have 250 metres remaining, and the boys are doing so well. Australia are coming back in 3/4 length. They can't do it. They're going to run out of space. You're going to run out of water, because on Lake Penrith, the British boys are holding them up. 150 metres remain, and Australia continue to push back. But have we got enough now with 100 metres? 1912 in Stockholm was the last time we won. They're winding it up now. The Australians are coming back. It's 50 metres to the line, but we're going to do it. We're going to hold on. Go boys! Go boys! Here come the Australians, but it is gold! Gold for Great Britain! Olympic champions! Olympic champions here on Lake Penrith in the the water, and by God, boys, you have done us proud.
Wow. Isn't that amazing? Okay, the reason I show you that is nobody believed in them. You do not need somebody to believe in you to be successful, but you need you to believe in you. And that's why you got to keep asking yourself, why not me? Nobody's better than you. There are people ahead of you, but they're not better than you. You know, just like Rose was talking, I have no qualifications, no education. I was born in London. I was 6 weeks old when my parents took me to Nigeria. I had ADD. I didn't know. I used to read a page. I get to the bottom of the page. I can't even remember what's at the top of the page. And as a result, I failed everything in school. And my Nigerian friends who are here, you know education is massive. So I used to give my dad my school report and the cane, because I came last in class all the time. You know? And I've gone from there to where I am today. I'm not saying this to brag. I'm just saying the power is in you. You have the power. There is nobody on the stage that is better than you. They might be ahead of you. The power is in you. And when you get your little finger, and when you touch the person next to you, when you get their little finger and say, greatness is in you. Greatness is in you. Greatness is in you. Greatness is in you. And I want you to believe it. And I want you to hold it inside of you. Because why not you? All Salah Master is, it's a vehicle. It's a vehicle, guys, for you to realize your true greatness, your true potential, because you were born to win. Don't be shy. Don't be dipping your toes. You know, in mathematics, they say if you're half in, if you only put 50% in mathematics, half times half is what? It's a quarter. When you put 50% in, you get 25% out. 3/4 times 3/4 is 0.56. When you put 75% in, you get 56% back out. The only time you get 100% out is when you put 100% in. And if you give this business 100%, it will give you 110% back. And that's the decision. We're coming up to the push month, and we have to get out there, and we need your help. What we do is special. You hear the testimonials. Are we changing lives and making a difference? Yes or no? Yes. So let's go and change the world. But we need to fill this room. We need to double the size of this room. Don't just be out there selling. If you just want to make money, this business is not for you. But if you want to make a difference in society, if you want to leave a legacy behind, if you want to touch people's lives, then this is the right business for you. And that's what we need you to do. We don't need you to be a salesperson. We need you to be an educator. We want you to go out there and educate the world and change the world together. Can we do that? Can we do that? So look, I have a little challenge for you. I have a pin there, my new pin. It's called I'm Born to Win. Okay, my book is called Born with the Power to Win. There, and I made this pin. You can't buy this pin. You can only earn it from me. You can't get it from Salon Master. It's not in the warehouse. You can only get it from me. So my challenge is, in the month of October, I'm going to make this easy. In the month of October, all you have to do is deliver 5 sets in the month of October, and you get this pin. Now, if you think you are a contender for the pin, because I need to know how many to order, please stand up right now. 5 sets.
Why not?
Dealers, take note. 5 sets. 5 sets. Yeah, Dr. Roseanne, she didn't even know anybody. And she sold more than 5 sets. 5 sets. Okay. Remember, say this to yourself, greatness is in me. I am born to win. Okay, take your seats, take your seats. So I'm going to finish on a story. Guys, this is what I've learned. All I've learned in life is I make the decision first. You make the decision you're going to learn how to drive before you learn how to drive, isn't it? Okay? Don't overanalyze our business. Too much analysis creates paralysis. Okay? You don't want to be, this is very simple. Okay? We're not selling cookware, we're selling wellness. I won't even let anybody call. You know, if I'm doing a presentation and somebody on the presentation said, and they mention the word pot, pan, cookware, I stop my presentation. Please don't call it a pot. Don't call it a pot. Don't call it a pot. This is not a pot. This is a specialist nutritional cooking system that has been scientifically designed by our engineers to cook with no water, no oils, no fats in an airtight container at 86 degrees centigrade. The benefit of all that is we keep on average 93% nutrition in your food. So when you cook your food out to salad master, you change your food back into natural medicine, and when you put that natural medicine on your body, it heals your body from the inside out. Don't call it cookware. Don't call it cookware. Guys, somebody said on stage here, you have to study your profession. I remember when Lorna joined me, she had 2 sets of notes, one in her handbag and one on a flip chart. And every time she made a coffee, she was doing something, she was studying. Guys, this is a profession. We make more money than the professional people out there. Why are doctors in our business? Think about it. I'm saying this is a profession. Don't take this business lightheartedly. And the simple part of our business is you don't actually have to be that good. We have a conversion rate of 1 in 3. Imagine you went to the doctors and the doctor says, I just want to let you know I have a 1 in 3 conversion rate. The other 2 died, but you're number 3. Think about it. Imagine you got on the plane and the pilot says, this is Captain Olasande here on flight 194 to Dallas. He says, I just want to let you know I have a 1 in 3 conversion rate on takeoff. How many people would fly? But in our business, we can burn the cake, we can cut our hand, we can burn the chicken and still sell. Isn't it? And make a difference. So look, we got the best business in the world. So let me finish on this story. So, have you made your decision? Yes. Okay? Or you still need some more evidence? We have a couple of doctors in the room, so if some of you are like, missing a few points, and you haven't made the decision, we will meet you outside on the right-hand side. You will see a blue kiosk. No, I'm just joking. Make the decision, commit, and go to work. You learn how to drive a car where? On the passenger seat or in the driver's seat? You learn our business in the driver's seat. That's all. You just need to be a good student. We are your instructors right by your side. We won't leave you. We won't let go. We will be with you, your dealer, your distributors, till you can do it on your own and go out there and change the world. So, this is a story. There's a father and daughter in the car. The daughter's driving, and they're driving home. She's driving her father, and it starts raining. Then it goes into a big storm, and the rain is so heavy that she can hardly see. They've slowed down to about 5 miles an hour. They're just turning around, and she wants to pull over because the cars in front of her were pulling over. And she says, Dad, I'm going to pull over. Her father says, don't pull over, keep driving. Whatever you do, don't pull over. So she kept driving. The rain was there, the wipers was going. She goes, Dad, please let me pull over. The cars were pulling over, lorries were pulling over. She says, don't pull over, keep driving. Keep driving. So she kept driving, and eventually they drove out of the storm. When they were out of the storm, the father said to her, he says, pull over. She goes, when I was in the storm, and I went to the pull over, you didn't let me pull over, now we're out of the storm, you want me to pull over? He says, no, I need you to pull over because I want to teach you a valuable lesson about life. So she pulled over, and he says, come on. So they went to the back of the car. He says, I want you to look over there. What do you see? He says, I can see the storm. The storm is still raging over there. He says, I know you can see the storm, but look deeper, look closer. What can you see? And as she looked in there, she could see the cars that had pulled over and the lorries that had pulled over. And the father said, you see, if you had pulled over, you will still be in the storm. And the lesson about that, guys, it doesn't matter what's going on in your life. You never stop cooking. Guys, I'm telling you, if you're selling, you keep cooking. If you're not selling, you keep cooking. If you're winning, you keep cooking. If you're losing, you keep cooking. Whatever happens, if you keep cooking, you will always get out of the storm. And you will have a bright, sunny day and celebrate your success. Thank you.